from place to place, and each place I think the difficulty of the enemies is much greater than the last. So just recently I went from first step all the way through Gate Town and all the way to where we fight Margit, and I ended the stream. Now I'll be going through like different castles, just kind of seeing how they do. So now we're at Caria Manor, and I'm just gonna change a few things here. See this guy? and you see the range of the arrows is there, so that's pretty cool. Um, I think this DLC is going to be pretty difficult, or at least I'm hoping it is. And the range might be our best friend. Now, granted, I've sat at bonfires and replenished my arrows. You can see that it's totally viable to use arrows, especially, I mean, you buy out the ones that you can buy, and it's just, you'll always have arrows. Aside from getting hit by that, you can see I really didn't have a difficult time doing anything, and truthfully, that shit should have never hit me because it was through buildings, but whatever. We'll look past it. Hey, how's it going?
Can you help me defeat South Studio, please?
I can try. Send me a friend request on the PlayStation. Legit killer.
Please subscribe to support.
Thanks, I appreciate it. God, it's getting too low. I'm not as familiar as I used to be with the game. I know it's in this area down here.
Go to the Dragon Temple, please.
Yeah. I think it's this one. Yeah, and I'll go right outside of the door, and I'll change my password to Pain.
Just the Dragon Temple.
Oh, I'm right outside of the Gods Can Duo.
Yes.
All right, my sign's down. Jeez. All right. I'm going to tell you how to do this. Start from the bonfire you were at. Run all the way to that boss door. Quit out to the main menu. When you come back in, everything will de-aggro. like right now, you could totally quit and warp back to your bonfire and do what I just said.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting to get bulldozed as soon as I spawned in. It's all good. Yeah, so you can literally run past everything, jump over the stairwell, and once you hit the ground, quit out to the main menu.
Immediately back.
Okay. So if we can't do it with me as this build, I'll switch over to my tank and just destroy these guys. So real quick, if you want to look, I'm starting from your bonfire. This is literally what I'm telling you to do here. You quit out to the menu here, and then you just continue back in, and everything will be de-aggroed.
Scan. Okay. Email get email.
Yeah, there's a lot of tricks that I've shown in a lot of my old videos. Um, you can get all the way through this game. I like to level up to at least level 36 so you can have somewhat of a build. I've shown how to go through the whole game super low level without leveling my weapons up even. Only reason I'm back now is to rehone my skills before the DLC drops.
I don't see your sign.
I'll see if I can put it back down. Oh, you got to use a fur calling finger. It should be right in your multiplayer tab, and it's the little fur calling finger remedy. Make sure you use that.
I did not sure.
Okay, I'll put it back down. I put it back down. You might want to walk to the other side of the room like I just did. Like, make sure you stay crouched because you might aggro something. And usually it'll pop up a little quicker. There we go. All right, so before you go in the boss door, let me buff us up. Quick, easy trick for this boss is to use sleeping pots. So, what is going on, dude?
Should I go?
No, just wait. Good God.
Oh my God.
It happens. Oh, my sign will be back there.
No.
No, it's fine. I'll put my sign back down, and when you get there, you get there. It's so funny. So, if you ever do decide to go back and watch some of my other streams and videos, you'll hear me call it out. You'll hear me call it out. Dumb shit always happens when I'm streaming. And this falls into that category for sure. So the more cooperators that you have, the more health the enemies have. Oh shit. There we go. Alright.
Did know. The more people, the more help.
Yeah, so look, I'm trying to put them guys to sleep. And once I do, we can concentrate on one. Kidding me?
Sleep is a beautiful thing.
So for this part, you want to get on top of one of those little pedestals. No, get away from the door. Oh, that ain't you. That's the other dude. So do yourself a favor and get that red. I think that red bubble is one that negates blood build up from Moog. You might want to change that in your physic. I'm not sure what you have equipped. Well, I'm glad I could help, man.
Okay.
I'm glad I could help. When it comes to PvE,
So the sleep pod
yeah, for those guys, you want to use sleep pots. Whether you're fighting, so if you're fighting two, you want to sleep pot one
is the method.
and then sleep pot the other, but only hit one, and then you just keep re-sleep potting them. Sleep arrows work just as well, or the one sleep sword.
I have purifying crystal too.
Yeah, get that off. And I don't. You look like you're a Rivers of Blood user. So let me see real quick.
Okay.
So you could use something like Flame Shrouding Cracked here, because that'll boost the fire damage coming off of that weapon. You could boost the successive hit with another tier. I don't have it on this one, so I can't tell you exactly what it is. You can boost your dexterity with the dexterity not tier. That'll give you 10 dexterity for 3 minutes, which is huge. That adds to your AR in a big way. Your stamina recovery, you could use that. Oops.
Do you might know where to find the dexterity too?
Yeah, I can do it live with you. You're going to want to go to Liurnia, the lakes. I don't know which you have. Do you have the Boil Prawn Shack unlocked? If you do, that's the best. We can go there right now.
I can get there.
Okay, so go to the Broil Prawn. Let me know when you're there. So once you spawn in and pull up your map, you'll see a small island to the southwest. And I put the marker right about where it should be. And we can walk over there now. Just get on the horse. There's going to be some Albinera guys. You don't have to fight them. Like, you could literally just stay on your horse.
Okay, thank you.
All right, pull up your map, and in the southwest of where you're at, so here's Boil Prawn Shack. You go southwest to this island right here.
Okay. Got it, thank you.
You got it, man. Is there anything else?
No, I'm thinking of all set.
Awesome. Well, if there's any other places I can help you, I'll definitely hop
in
in.
the stream to support.
Cool, I appreciate it. I'm gonna jump off mic unless you interact, so I'll just be playing. Or if there's points I think I should make, I'll say them. Past that, I'm just gonna be quiet and play.
OKNP.
So now we're taking on Soul Castle, one of the more difficult places to do for sure. So here's a cool trick you might want to watch. If and when you get to this part, you jump over here and you want to situate yourself right on top of this wall.
Okay.
Situate yourself right up here on top of this wall and hit this guy with something thrown and then immediately block. And it'll push him off the edge and kill him. That's literally the most difficult enemy in the whole game. He just has an unlimited stamina bar. There's rats down here. So that's basically it. I just wanted to show you an easy way to cheese that enemy. Thought there was something. That's it. That's it for Soul Castle. Dragon Temple left. Well, now that I demonstrated, I mean, I'm basically end game, and I went through that with relative ease. I'm going to switch up my build to a different one and kind of showcase that going through the different areas, varying levels of difficulty, and how well they perform. So this is a straight up pyromancy build that I made. It uses both spells and incantations. It did well. I was using the Starfists and the Ripple Crescent Halberd. As you can see, I stacked real heavily into Faith, Arcane, and Intelligence. That's where all the damage for this build comes from. This is a Stagger King, and this is so I can put statuses on my weapon, mostly for the Scarlet Rot, Poison, and Sleep. Bleed does really well on it too, believe it or not. And yeah, so I'll just kind of show you what I do. Pyromancy is pretty straightforward and self-explanatory. There is a cool spell, and I'll showcase that here in a minute with groups. I can cast this, and it goes pretty far. It's got a good distance. Once it hits the ground, all the enemies kind of flock to it, and they wait for it to explode, and it'll decimate everything. The reason I went with the faith intelligence and arcane split is because you get ridiculously high incantation scaling. I've got 324 on both the Dragon Communion and the Albinuric staff. Normal staffs, not the best in the game. Like the, well, I don't even have it in my inventory. So they only scale with one stat. And I wanted all these things to do really well. So I split it between them and came up with a good build that way. Doing it the other ways, you can only go into faith or you can only go into intelligence. This way I can get the best of both worlds. And we all know that bleed and statuses are going to be really strong in the DLC, not to mention they're already strong, way overpowered in my opinion in the base game. So with a minimum of 45, I get the best out of Arcane that way. Something I forgot is a lot of these magma spells, like the fire sorceries, are best used free aim. And they got a pretty good distance. I just got to find my sweet spot again. I was really good at free aiming everything. I chose pest threads for this too because it's just way more efficient and easier to use than the big fire pillar spell. It's way more consistent. So here's what I'm telling you. I mean, you see how much that hit for, and it also goes back on the ground. I'll do it in a different place. You see that extra lava on the ground did work, man. It did so much damage. So I get that this is a low-level area, but I promise you it performs just as well in the later game.
Would you wanna come assist me, Malik?
For Malekith, I can try. I can try. Shit. Which bonfire? Beside the Great Bridge? and we can take out the tree sentinel, you can resummon me, and then we can take out the boss.
Wait,
You give me 5 minutes, just finish whatever you were doing.
yay.
Yay.
Okay.
I'm on
I'm on my other account where I leave the game and just trying to look for something.
It's all good. Just let me know when you're ready for me, is all. I just jumped right to the end game, kind of, to show how strong this still is. I want to know why I'm not hitting this guy. There. That was annoying. I was just trying something out. It's all good.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, let me grab these souls real quick. What bonfire?
Besides the bridge.
Okay. Did you already beat the horse guy out front? The tree sentinel?
No.
All right, the sign's down. We'll likely get invaded too. So the best thing you can do for these guys is get you a parry shield and put carry and retaliation on it. Oh, sorry about that.
It's
Italian.
on. We do know what to get more fulfilling single only.
You you should be able to craft them. So if you hit your options button and you go to item crafting,
I don't have the materials for gold.
um, so the quickest, easiest place, go back the the very first church in the game. I'll tell you where. Go to Church of Ella, and I'm doing it live with you. So as soon as you spawn at Church of Ella,
Okay.
you walk out the side, and you get a Erdtree leaf flower there, and then right over here by this fence should be another one. Yeah, right here. And that's enough to craft one. I'm fairly certain once you summon me in, I can drop them to you, but I'm not 100% sure. But that's quick and easy how to get one to craft. And as many times as you sit at the bonfire, it'll reset that. So you can just do it over and over and over. See, I just sat and they respawned.
Damn, I never knew this.
Stick with me, man. I'll teach you a whole bunch. Like, I can take everything, most things in my inventory and drop them all to you and still keep them for myself. Things of that nature. Like, there's all kinds you can do with this game. It's kind of defeating their system. But that's how I've been able to get a lot of my builds done. I'd have my brother drop me a bunch of stuff, and I would do it for him. It's a pain in the ass to go through the whole entire game just for one item or, whatever.
I don't like people handing me things that I can't get myself.
Is this your first playthrough?
That's why This is my second time since 2022.
I gotcha. Yeah, I've pretty much played this game exclusively since its release, and I'm just now coming back to it. I took like a month or two off, and I'm rusty because I've been playing other games with different controls, but I still remember everything, all the cheeses, and just little tips and tricks to make life simpler. And me personally, I would rather not run all the way through the game. Okay, I'll go back. Side the Great Bridge.
Is asleep, don't be.
I haven't done sleep exclusively. I don't, in my personal opinion, having played over 2,000 hours on this game, I don't see it being super viable. Maybe for PvE, but not for PvP. You can have some success, but it's not. You're gonna outdamage things doing other stuff. So it's far less optimal than going with a bleed build, say, or pure sorcery or incantations. If you don't mind, I'd like you to pick these up. The fur calling fingers, if I can drop them. It's not a lot of them. It's all right here.
Oh, I don't know.
Do you see an item on the ground or no? If not, that's fine. I'll just drop you a bunch of earth leaves.
I can't see it.
Okay, give me 1 second. Here you go. You should be able to see these. Yeah, and so now you can craft a bunch of them. At least 50.
Yeah, thank you. I have 61 LOL.
So when he does that shield lightning, he throws it up into the sky. Right as he's about to pull it down, that's when you want to roll. I might switch to a different build. I'm not really set up. This guy's not really set up to help. Solo, it's fine. I'll switch to a different guy.
NP. In level 90 people tell me it's too low.
Is that true?
No, I was saying earlier, I've beat the game at level 1, and my happy place is level 36. No, well, plus 3 upgrades regular, and then plus 1 somber upgrades for weapons and catalysts. I've bulldozed this game. So really, the higher level you are, I feel like the more disadvantaged you are. A lot of the enemy's attacks are percent based. So when they do a 50% HP attack, say, you know, you got a big ass health bar, your stuff's going way down, way down. Side of the bridge, there we go. So it also depends on what you want to do. Are you just a PvE player, or do you like PvP? My assumption is that you stay away from PvP. My sign's down also. Yeah, that's what I figured. So, in your case, it benefits you to level up however you want. It literally makes no difference. Let me, I'll buff us up.
I want to level up faith.
Yeah, then level up faith. I mean, it's PvE. It makes no difference. If you have no desire to PvP, you're going. What I would suggest doing is run back to the bonfire. I'll get rid of myself and sit, and then resummon me after you sit. You're likely going to get invaded. It's hard to say.
Okay.
So once we get up to the boss door, do a short pause. I'll buff us up real quick, and we'll get after it. This is probably one of the tougher bosses I feel in the game. Whatever buffs you want to do.
We've seen people with level 99 faith in logging.
So that's one build that I haven't experimented with, is lightning based anything. But they're just overall they're slow. Oh no.
Wonderful.
It happens, man. I told you this boss is probably one of the hardest. I don't know how.
He died as soon as the cutscene started.
Yeah, it happens. So with this guy, you got to be kind of aggressive. When he has aggro on me, you got to rush him, and vice versa. When he has aggro on you, I'll rush him, and you just kind of play ping pong with him. The second stage of the boss fight is a bit more difficult.
Okay.
Yeah, the second part is that dude's super aggressive, but you can rot him. I don't think you can rot the first stage of him. Buffs. I'm coming. Come on. I'm trying.
Through the wall is crazy.
Yeah, that's how he got me right when it switched. I can try. I'll try switching to my magic build, but I don't think that's gonna work.
It's all good, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no worries. It's refreshing to play with somebody else too, you know? You always end up playing by yourself for the majority of things and kind of loses its touch.
Truly.
Signs down. Jeez. That's gonna suck.
Yep, I see now. I'm for go high aggressive is.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'll try a different build, see how it goes. I forget which one's the easiest to beat them with. And it's hard too because they nerf all my, what you call it, all my Estus flasks. We should be cool if we gotta run it again. Oh, no, I don't have it unlocked with this character. It's alright, I'll find somebody else.
Okay.
Alright, signs back down. So this is going to be the best one because I can stagger the bosses. I just don't have what it takes flask-wise to be able to do massive damage like I would in my single-player world.
Okay.
So once I get them stunned, though, what would be helpful is you hitting them with the full combo of Rivers of Blood. I know you have that. Or even do jumping attacks with your your two twin blade weapons.
Yeah.
No way. Damn, that was a good run. It's all good, man. This is probably the most difficult boss in the game.
By ping pong. I should have just dodged instead of risk attacks.
Oh, it's cool. It happens. Like I said, this in my opinion is the end boss of the game. All the others are fairly simple. What in the world is going on? It's almost like he wasn't getting hit by anything. Sorry.
Okay, Luna, go.
All right.
Oh, big man. Would you do the hang of it?
Yeah. So just to put it out there, the most OP build, in my opinion, is a Strength Faith hybrid. Good lord, man.
OMG, sorry.
No, it's good, man. I get it. So his attacks are fast, but he also delays a bunch too. Certain attacks, and it's hard for me to tell you which ones. I just know from seeing them and playing them. Some it's just almost impossible to get away from though too. To be fair.
His attack drained my health passively.
Yeah, that's the destined death, and so we, building our characters, have the ability to do the same thing.
It's not getting to.
Oh yeah, we'll get it. So you could do a destined death build, just like he's doing, where you drain health passively, and those are pretty good and strong. And you could do that with the Strength Faith build too, no problem. Like, probably one of the stronger builds in the game, for sure. Damn. Shit. Sorry. He sent the homing missiles at me and I wasn't expecting it. Hey, we'll get this.
Yeah,
I saw.
I promise if you would have caught me 2 months ago, this dude would have got destroyed. I'm so rusty, man.
lol.
So
Rusty, really rusty.
what you can do too is get you one jump attack and then roll out. Let him take aggro on me. Oh, come on. Shit. Try and bring him this way. There it is. I killed myself to make it happen.
Success.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. I'm glad we could get it done. Wasn't as quickly as I would have liked, but hey, it is what it is. Fun times. Thank you.
That fight should have made me a million years.
Oh, which NG are you on? Are you just playing the base difficulty?
Going to be the most fun I have playing with someone else.
Awesome, man. I'm glad to hear it.
Base difficulty mode.
Okay, cool.
It's the fact that we strategized for it, so accomplishing it was a relief.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna start using these twin blades. I don't know when I'll stop using it.
Yeah, to be honest, man, that's like the best way to cheese this whole game. They're really, really strong. Especially if you equip Var's White Mask, the Raptor's Feather chest piece, the or Lord of Blood's Exaltation, Wing Sword or not Wing Sword insignia, the Rotten Wing Sword insignia, and Millicent's prosthesis, which is you can't get Rotten Wing Sword insignia and Millicent's prosthesis in the same playthrough. Like you have to play twice to get them. But what they do is Millicent's prosthesis boosts your dexterity. So now you gain 5 points to send somewhere else. And then it boosts your successive attack damage. And it's all percentage based. And I don't remember exactly what it is, but I think that one in particular goes up to like either 15 or 18% damage. And then the Rotten Wing Sword insignia boosts it all the way up to like 21%. Then there's a tier that you can use in your Wondrous Physic that like boosts your successive attacks even further. So jumping attacks, like you can basically one-shot the whole game just with those items. So if I don't have this Godskin guide defeated, I'm going to show you how I go about beating them. At least a skinny one.
Okay.
Let's see. All right, so he's not dead. So this is the best way. Bait out the fireballs and parry them. Oh, it helps if you actually parry them. So you could do that method the whole time through. Or if I have sleep pots, not sure. I don't. Hold on, and I'll respawn back into this place. So basically, you just bait out their fireball attacks on both of them. That'll work. It's easier to do with the skinnier guys. And you just keep doing that until they kill themselves, basically. Let me...
You know what the DLC will be based on.
Loosely. I'm trying to be surprised by it. Basically, it's a shadow realm, and there's no matter what level you are, everybody's going to be at the same difficulty, if that makes sense. There's going to be items that they're going to have similar to like how we upgrade our flasks and such. And we're going to be able to use those, and they're only valid in the Shadow Realm.
Oh, so it's a whole new world.
Yeah.
It's so brilliant.
Nice. He can be tough. He spams like crazy. He's fairly easy with what you're rolling with the dual twin blades.
Maybe that doesn't just stay close to him.
Yep. Did you get into any of the Baldur's Gate games or the other Souls games?
I have 100 new items. No.
Okay. Let me turn this TV down. So I was a fan of using two twin blades, but having switched it up and messed with builds, I like the move set for the one-handed.
So when
The
can I see
the
drops
drop
and
any
requirements
requirements or
and bosses
bosses
to
to
defeat?
defeat.
As far as I know, and this is only speculation because we'll never know until they actually drop the DLC. Oh, hold on. I'm getting my ass kicked. So the only bosses that need to be defeated are Moog in the blood area. I can't Mogwin's Palace. And I believe Radon. Again, that's all speculation, but I think Moog is 100% correct. And I've already, so Moog's, he's not a difficult boss by any means, but he takes entirely too long to beat, and I don't care what build you have, unless it's the magic one-shot build. I have a cheese for that. They haven't patched it. I've shown it in a lot of my other videos. Real simple to do, and it's over, probably take you a whole minute and 30 seconds. And that way you can beat him at any level too, without having that purifying crystal tier that you had equipped earlier. I I believe I heard there was going to be new weapons classes. I don't remember how many. I want to say maybe 8, 5 to 8. The Ashes of War and spells that I've seen, they look awesome, but I think they're underwhelming from what some of the playtesters were saying. But I like things that mix it up. They don't necessarily have to one-shot everything for me to like them. I think it's kind of a corny way to play as far as one-shotting everything goes.
Okay.
You know the, what are those, Crucible Knights? How they do the flying attack? We're going to be able to do that with an Ash of War. And I think that's so cool. If you remember, like, well, yeah, with these flowers, you know how they do the attack where all those beams of light come down? We're going to gain access to being able to do that. I don't remember if it's a Ash of War or yeah, I don't remember if it's an Ash of War or a spell. So it's weird because some things that you would think are Ashes of War are spells and vice versa, from what I've seen. Oh no. Camera angles are the real boss in this game. That was a quick 2 bosses. I'm on NG Plus right now with this guy. It's a pretty good build. We'll try and do another mini boss real quick.
Space Billion Assist.
Hey, Jordan, my man. How you been, brother?
Working non-stop.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. I've been working a lot myself too, doing the electrical work thing. I'm trying to get back into this game before the DLC drops. Come on.
Looking for the cemetery for the temple.
So I was working for my brother. He's a master electrician, and I did a couple jobs, and my name got out there, and I've been working for myself ever since. So it's good stuff. Definitely not complaining, unless I'm in an attic on a 90-plus degree day, like it is this whole week.
That's the best way to.
Oh yeah, you actually get paid what you're worth, and so much better, man.
Baha.
Go to Papa. See you soon.
All right, man, take it easy. No. I'm gonna try and parry him. Damn it. Where are you going, doofus? There it is. I wasn't quick enough for the repass, though. What are you gonna do? The Royal Capital is a lot of fun. I always felt like they gave you so many like boss and mini boss fights, man. Probably one of the better areas of the game for sure. Um, I'll go up here and I'll show you a couple methods of beating this tree sentinel, the guy on the horse. Hit this bonfire real quick. Alright, time to boogie. They're shooting arrows. Ooh. Look at that damage. Yeesh. Alright, so everybody knows the method where you can sneak around the backside of this guy and poison mist him to death without ever engaging him. There's a quicker method and it works better on base game difficulty. But basically, you get up here. He's going to see you, and he can't hit you really from right there. And you just Night Maidens missed him. So now I can just stay out and never really be bothered. I'm not going to fight him like that. There's another where you could knock him off the cliff. This is how I normally beat him. It's real simple. Beta's fireball attack. Roll his others. You got to make sure to have carrying retaliation on your shield. And you see it's taken about 500 damage every time. The minute he lifts that shield back up, that's when you roll. I'll play this game as long as he likes. This will be all she wrote. See how easy that guy can be, though? I mean, it's really pretty simple. I don't know who all's watching, if anybody, but if you need any help getting through things, let me know. I'll put my sign down. I'll try and help as much as I can. Gonna switch to another character. Kind of show these builds off. Oh no, I went back into the wrong thing. So again, if anybody's listening or watching, the reason I stick on the high level builds, I stick with 40 vigor. If you look at it, you're only getting, I think, 200 hit points more if you go to 50, and it's not that much more going to 60. It's not worth those points. You could be doing some really incredible damage. Who do we want to play as? I don't want to be a mage. I'm tired of being a mage. You go with Master J. So this is my monk build. It's a split between Dex and Arcane. A little bit of Faith. But we're getting Lord of Blood's Exaltation. When Millicent's procs, we get that. Rotten Wing Sword Insignia, we get that. And when we use our Ashes of War, we're getting that. I think it's a 20% boost. Like, massive amounts of damage in this. I have all the buffs that matter in my spell slots. Got Golden Blessing, Blessing's Boon, Golden Vow, Flame Grant Me Strength. Everything you need for this build. And we're sitting at 304 incantation scaling. So Catch Flame's going to do a shit ton of damage. Let's just go here. So I was screwing around and I ended up putting the Swarm of Flies on so I could hit things that are further out. Kind of draw them into me. Super easy. For scaling purposes, I ended up going with Reduvia. Again, it was just like screwing around. And you see, I get a thing to proc. He's a monk, so he gets the kung fu fists. And the only reason I'm using this twin blade is for the charged R2. If it weren't for that, I wouldn't be using it at all. It just seems like a move a monk would do. I do have rejection. I'll show you rejection real quick. So this is what I like to do, is I'll use endure and then knock these guys off cliffs. And it works on big enemies too. Heal up just in case I get hit. See, now if that was a cliff, he would definitely die. My plan for this guy is to get those kicks and stuff from the DLC. And, I mean, this guy's going to be solid. I destroyed the whole game with this build. Fists and that twin blade. And, I mean, you can see I don't have shit for poise. I got 13. The cool thing is I can light roll. As far as my damage negation goes, it's not that high. HP, I'm at 1450. I got mine so I can use my skills. But past that, I mean, everything's really mediocre. And I'm still putting out, I'm putting out decent damage. I would PvP with this build, for sure. I would probably drop the twin blades and go with a spear. So this build here is kind of like a wayfarer of sorts. He can do all types of magic and, well, it's more, the magic isn't more for damage, it's just supplemental. Dang. Let's see. What do we got? Kind of like a demon hunter almost. I don't know. He can do all kinds of like the sword. He can control it without having it in his hand. He can throw rings of light. He can kill undead in one single hit. Like little stupid shit like that. And I'll showcase the killing things and undead in one hit. And this works, I don't care where you are in the game. I think it's something like 100 or 200% holy damage or some shit. And if you look at the stats, I mean, we're at 60 arcane, 33 faith, 33 intelligence. And the range of this is insane. You don't even got to charge it either. That's the crazier thing. Yeah, come on with that dumb skeleton. Look at that, 2,000 something damage. Obviously not the hardest boss in the world, but you can see what this is capable of. And most bosses you can stagger, and when you do, you hit them with this little guy and put them to sleep. Super simple and easy, man. The reason I roll the old Lord's Talisman is for when I do my buffs. The Golden Bow, Flame Grant Me Strength, and the Heal Over Time spell that I have. Blessings Boon, I think. Yeah. It makes them last much longer than what they normally would. And so I get the most out of my casts every time. Um, that's pretty much it on that. I mean, it destroys things in the end game easily. So this Mystic Knight that I built, I have two. I have a Faith version 1 and I have a Intelligence version 1. Both use twin blades and daggers. But on this one, I'm using the Reduvia and Eleonora's. You can see my incantation scaling, 323. That's really good. When I use my physic, I break stances and I boost my damage even further for 3 minutes. It's pretty damn good. Just go up to Gatefront. This is NG Plus also. I mean, we'll do a quick backstab. I'm sure we'll kill this guy in one shot. Hopefully it'll aggro the Hornblower. I'm super tanky. 52 poise. Enough for PvE. Keep in mind, I'm not using any buffs. You see the holy damage is still there for this guy. Like, it's really stinking good. So that's my gap closer there. If I want to charge in, that's what I'm hitting. I'll show it if I didn't kill everything. Not even charged. And so you get hyper armor when you use that too. I'm not sure how it works, but it's really useful. I have PvP'd with this guy. See, nobody ever uses this spell, and I'm telling you, man, it's so good in PvE. You can basically hit things with it, and it'll do a quick stun lock, and then it opens them up for other attacks. Like, you saw me use that and then go right into the Ash of War. It works similarly in PvP, but it's not as easy to do. Doesn't do terrible damage. And it only costs 1 FP. Why wouldn't she be using this? Get in there quick. So for me, this build, everything I do, you can go right into using the Ash of War. See? So when I wasn't, when I was on the normal difficulty of the game, I had it to where I could use Discus of Light, and every kill would give me 3 FP. It costs 3 to use, so or 6, I don't remember. But either way, I would use it and I would get that FP back. So useful early game. Easily one of the better spells early game too, and you can get it right from the jump in the game. You see, my FP bar barely went anywhere. One-handed, these things are terrible, I feel like. See how it stunned him? And that's just enough time to be able to get your next combo off. Don't forget that's NG plus. So he's got way more hit points. He hits a little harder. Um, Went through him like he was nothing. Look at that distance. I almost hit him from where I was at. I mean, easy peasy, right? So this is like my kind of like a paladin, but he's not. Crimson Rector. Faith strength build to the extreme. I don't even use a third talisman. That's how strong this is. Look at my damage negation. And it's usually always like that. So what I was using was the Old Lord's Talisman. If I can find it, it's down towards the bottom somewhere. Right here. And so I'll go through and I'll use Blessing of the Erd Tree. And this is the strongest, longest lasting heal over time that you can have. And so I boost that with Old Lord's Talisman, the duration. I extend the duration. And with Ritual Shield Talisman on, regardless on if I get hit or not, like the minute I hit full HP, I get all that damage negation back. So good. One-handing my weapon, I have 814 AR, 874, and this is all pre-buff. So once I use Golden Vow, and then Flame grant me strength, we should be at 1,000 or more, probably like 1,044. Oh, more. Let's see what I got. Oh, and it gets even stronger than that. So just over 1,200 AR. This will one-shot most things. It either one or two shots all bosses for the most part. For at the very most. For some of your stronger, more HP having bosses. I mean, it's just insane the amount of damage output this build has. So we're at 1,062. I mean, he saw what I did to him, right? Like, I let him heal and everything. And I'm not saying that's all you have to do, like... This is easily one of my favorite sword and board builds ever in a game. Again, to close the distance, I used something like aspect of the Crucible Horns. And Garank's Beast Claw is just, I mean, it's insane. Matter of fact, I'll go demonstrate. Go somewhere with a large enemy base. And I have been in stream, got invaded, or was helping somebody and got invaded, and I one-shot everything. There we go. I mean, this dude is a shield kicking fool. He will, he's killed Crucible Knights the same way. Kick their great shields, one shot. I mean, it's amazing. I can't say enough good stuff about this. So basically, we're a stance-breaking build that's sword and shield. We do some light buffs and some light kind of incantations. I feel like everybody in the modern world has access to fire. He can shoulder bash. This is a little far-fetched, but past that, I mean, everything's good and realistic, more realistic, I should say. Beast Claws, he's just punching the ground and letting loose his anger, you know? And you could spam this. So the cool thing is, once you get your arm up, you have hyper armor. Dang, I don't know why it's not working on that. Maybe it's when on the downward. Yeah, I think so. It's on the downward. I lied to you. Closing the gap, and if he still had health, I'd hit him with that real quick, and it'd be game over. So I'll show you the combo. On these guys, obviously, I'll kill somebody, but there'll be one that I can't reach, or maybe two. Yeah, probably two. We'll be able to pull. Boom. We'll fight this rune bear and this regular bear. Really short work of those guys. It's another guy we could beat. These Onis can be difficult. Wherever he is. I know he's over here somewhere. Alright, this guy. Let's see how this goes. I'll try and parry kill him. I mean, that's with no buffs. No buffs. Parried, one shot, done. A big enemy. Let's go. Capital Rampart. Alright, maybe not that one. Let's go. Secluded cell. Here we go. I'm gonna end the stream after this because I've basically shown off everything. 2 builds I didn't really get to showcase, but we'll live. So, let's do this. We'll buff up real quick. Not that you have to, but kind of crazy. Look at that. I go from 24s all the way up to almost 50. That's insane. This is the most user-friendly, mindless build you can ever have. And it doesn't even matter if you get hit, like you could just sit there and tank. It's so funny because like this, it doesn't matter what they hit you with. They ain't stopping you unless it's a big dumb sword. You're all the way good. All right, guys, that'll do it. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you again soon. If you need help, reach out.